Welcome back, Hearties. Today on One Calls the Heart, we talk about the Christmas special, the season 5 premiere, the Christmas wishing tree. So many wishes fulfilled. Let's talk about it. Here we go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's our song.
It is. It's our music.
It's our music. And we should have this music playing whenever we go somewhere or somewhere.
I know. You know, some people have pump-up songs. This
Yes,
is ours.
this is ours.
Here we go. It's so slow.
Here we go, everybody. That's right.
Yes, welcome back, Hearties. Back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing the When Calls the Heart, the Christmas Wishing Tree special. We're so excited. Honestly,
We are. Actually, we are. And I'm totally excited. So I'm very happy.
you can tell. It's us.
Yes,
it's
us.
You know and love us, hopefully.
And if you don't, you should.
We're off to a great start.
You should. It's a new year. It's a new year.
It is
Go
a
ahead,
new
Marisa.
year. I'm
You're
really
first.
excited.
You go first.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini. You can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. Joining me, I have
James Lott Jr. You know you can follow me where all James Lott Jr.'s are at James Lott Jr. I guess thumbs are all there, but I'm there.
Yeah, there we our lovely co-host Maria could not make it.
Yes. But oh my God, have you seen her? If you guys are following on Instagram, her Insta stories, her baby is the cutest thing.
The cutest.
And his name is James. Just like me.
No.
But he's the cutest little baby. I mean, she has two beautiful children, but that baby is like, I want to just like hug that baby to death.
Yes, she's a little busy with her two children as we speak. But we
Yes.
do love Maria. She's definitely still part of our show.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to
I know.
everybody.
This is crazy. It's 2018.
I know. I can't even wrap my head
I
around it.
I'm already busy, so I don't know what's going on. I just trying to stay afloat.
I'm still jet lagged. I'm like, oh, what day is it?
So briefly, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was fantastic. I was with my family.
Did you guys follow her Insta story?
Yes,
She Insta
I
storied.
actually Insta-storied because people requested it for some reason. But I was with my lovely family, all my siblings, and my nieces and nephews.
Yes.
Watched so much television and movies like one does.
Yes, and how cold was it?
It was negative 14 degrees every day, negative 35 with the wind chill.
Crazy.
And I kid you not, that was on a regular day. But it was a fantastic vacation. It's definitely what I needed. How was yours?
So I'm making this kind of a little announcement because I want to tell you guys, everyone who sent me, the hearts who sent me cards and gifts and things, thank you. I did get them. Thank you so much. And I'm telling you, I'm actually going to send thank you stuff to people who sent me stuff. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But my Christmas, I had lost another person in my life, my aunt, Doris, and I had a panic attack. So what I did is I actually checked myself into an institution.
What?
And went away for 5 days. And
I'm so sorry.
I went to a wellness center, and I actually got better.
Well, I'm glad.
A little better. Yes. I'm saying this out loud because I want people to know that if you need help, go get help. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And even me, James Lott Jr., needed some help. I think everybody's deaths, it just hit me all my brother, my other grandmother, my dog. I think all of it just kind of in the last year caught up with me. And so I had a panic attack, I had to go in the hospital, and then I ended up just going and checking myself into a wonderful wellness center here in Los Angeles. And that's how I spent actually for 72 hours, that's how I spent for 5 days.
Wow, goodness.
And I got a chance to write and have great sessions with everybody. I'm not naming the place right now, I'm keeping that a little secret, but it's one of those things that I always tell people, it's good to get help when you need it. And watching and coming back and coming out of that and then watching this special, which is like perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So for me, my Christmas was okay, but I went and got help, and that's kind of what you need to do.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Thank
that.
you. That's what I
Shoot.
did. Yes.
Well, hope that I'm sure that the Hearties love you.
Yeah, you guys have been so great to me. But
support.
I did get stuff from people, and thank you so much.
speaking of stuff.
Yes, speaking of stuff.
I know we have a whole 2 hours to talk about. Well, it's actually an hour and like 20 minutes. But don't worry, we talk fast.
Oh, we talk fast. That's true. We talk fast.
So, James, the last time we did our show,
yes.
It was before HFR3.
That's right. Well, that's right. It was.
And
I couldn't
you
make
unfortunately couldn't make it, but I did. And the Hearties were nice and gracious enough to give something for you.
Oh, my God. I totally forgot about this.
Yes. Here you go, as I grab this for you.
What a nice bag.
So this, for those who are listening on iTunes,
yes.
this is the I don't even want to call it a tote bag. It's an actual like computer laptop
yes,
bag.
it's a great bag.
Gorgeous bag.
I'm gonna post pictures of this on all my social media. So if you're listening and follow me at James Lott Jr., you'll see it.
Has the When Calls the Heart poster. There's
Has
the cast poster.
WCTH
Yes,
on
this is the men version for you.
Wow, this is beautiful.
And inside it, there's a lot of fun things.
I'll post all that later because we don't have time for that. But I'm like, this is so. Oh my god, it's so nice.
Yes. That is shout out to the HFR team.
Yes.
You guys are fantastic.
Oh, what a great job.
James and Maria when Maria comes back.
Yeah, so get her too. I'm very impressed. Very, very, very impressed.
Yeah, it's high quality.
Yeah. Oh my god. So okay, and so mine isn't as fancy as this, but I love Marisa very much. She's one of my close friends. So I just got her a little something. It's a fun. Again, you can't see this, listeners, but it's a fun little bag with a couple of things. It says, "Relax is not fruitcake."
Oh, but I see a cup. Starbucks.
Hustle and glow.
Hustle and glow.
Because she's
love
always
this.
hustling. She works very, very, very hard. She works very hard.
No, I will use it for coffee.
And
It's amazing.
it says coffee money.
Coffee money. That's brilliant. I love it.
So I don't know if you have any change laying around your room, but
I have so much change.
Oh, good.
Short story, and I know we have an episode to talk about.
Yes.
I actually got stopped at TSA because I had too much change in my purse.
Really?
True story. That just happened
I
yesterday.
never heard of it before. So it set it off. That's
Yep.
so weird.
So thank you for that. All right, I know the Hearties are like, what's happening?
Yes, what's happening?
We have so much to talk about. What were your quick thoughts of the special?
Like I said, I come out of this like intense 5-day thing, and to watch it, it was like comfort food. It was so beautifully filmed. I loved the theme of it, the whole wishing tree, the whole theme. Seeing all the characters, it was like going home. For me, like going home.
For me, because I was just home.
Yes.
I saw that watching Hope Valley. I was like, this is my hometown. It really,
For her it
it's a
is.
small community. Everyone knows each other. It's and everyone's just so positive and helps each other.
Yeah.
There was like really not a sad moment.
No, not
in
really.
This Christmas special.
I got a little.
But there were moments where you'll get choked up,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely get to
Yeah.
it. But I love this.
Me
love
too.
This episode.
And again, it was a great use of the cast. Like everybody had something going on. I mean, everybody from Yost to everybody had lines. It seemed like, and had a little something going on, and that's why I just thought it was a nice, well-rounded episode with a great message.
Yes, it was a great message, and I think these two episodes, or like you put it all together, this special really progressed a lot of the characters.
Yeah, it
forward.
did. Oh, it did.
Definitely, and set them up for what we're going to see in the rest
It completely
of this season.
did.
It changed some perspectives on some people for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah,
we'll,
yes. We'll talk about it.
So let's get into it. Clara and Jesse, team class.
Okay, first of all, hello everybody who's in there. Just want to say hello,
hello,
everybody.
Hearties.
You guys
We
are in
are
there.
watching you in the live chat, and all you. Thank you for tuning in.
Melissa Langley, thank you, of course. You're on Twitter, so she's always on Twitter.
Yes.
So I wanted to make a shout out to her. Okay, so I actually tweeted Aaron. I was like, I'm so it's him, but I was like, I'm so glad you made the right choice. He started laughing so hard when I tweeted him that. I was so scared for Jesse. I was like, don't take the money. Don't take the money. I know it's kind of for a good cause. Like you're trying to get something nice for Clara, but like that's not the way to do it. And I'm so glad that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
So it progressed the character.
He progressed. Yes. I kind of knew he was going to take the money
okay.
because, I mean, this is When Calls the Heart. They're not going to promote and condone bad behaviors such as stealing. But I just had this thought. I was like, Dottie just gave you a reason to get the money for you. You're doing this thing for her. She's going to basically pay for your present in and of itself. There's no reason to steal this money. I liked how he did have those second thoughts, that when he went back, you can see there was some internal struggling, but ultimately he did choose right and was honest with her.
And it gave us a little something extra too, because like she didn't know it was there. Dottie had no idea that was there, and it was part of her past. It's like we got her and Abigail there because now we're season 5 now, so some of us may even forget a little bit of what happened season 1. We got to introduce these characters. We kind of went back a little bit. That her husband left her that just in case. was like the money was there, and it hit it. And it was like, oh, there was a lot of money in there too. It was like what, $300, $400, something like that in there.
And we had an episode in season 3 where we talked about Dottie
yeah.
and the money in the bank trying to take her money because of Silas and all that. So
right, but it's just kind of funny. We went back to it again.
I like how that came back. Like, okay, she does have money, and like her basic storyline is in itself wrapped up. So maybe that opens the doors for her to be with someone else. Because we did see the possibility of her and Bill at one point.
Yeah, I think they dated. Didn't they date for a minute? It was like kind of
for a hot second.
It was a hot second.
It wasn't even a minute.
Yes.
And
right.
So it might just open up another opportunity. Maybe someone else can, because they're wrapping up the Silas storyline. Maybe.
But it's just nice that we got a little piece of her past that came back, which that does happen in real life. It kind of comes back, and it was kind of cool. But I thought. We got to see Jesse and Clara. Their love story is continuing. The nice little banter, but he had a total dilemma that I'm so glad he made the right choice.
I'm glad too, and I did tweet this out. I'm like, you know what, Jesse is redeemable, and I said that before.
Yes,
you guys know me. I was not on the Jesse train.
I was always Jesse train. I was always.
But watching him like go through the motions of thinking and like his dark passes but like realizing his ways and changing it and doing something more positive, I'm for it. And I was worried for Clara, but I was like, you know what, Jesse's he's making the right choices.
He's growing up.
He's maturing. He was, you could say, teenager, early 20s.
Yeah.
Those guys are the worst.
Right.
So he's maturing.
You have a story to tell us?
Several.
I raised girls, so. But here's the thing. So the one thing also I joked to him about was his hair. I said, your hair is so long. It was like Samson or whatever. It was like all this long hair. And he laughed about that too because his hair is really long in there. So.
Yeah.
Sorry. Janette just says, I'm going to say this for the rest of our lives. Janette MSU. Because I just have to. I don't know who you are. We always love a good Wynn calls our redemption story. They do. They love redemption story. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But in the Jesse, he's getting redeemed, and so it's good. And at least it's kind of slow. It's not just like he's all of a sudden he's good. Like he's fighting with his past a little bit.
But also when he was talking to Daddy too, and he even mentions, "Please don't tell Clara this because it's not something. It's like it's because it's honesty. It's just the right thing to do." I'm like, yes. All right, Jesse, I see you. She's turning over a new leaf. She's getting there. She's getting there. Open to Jesse.
She's open to Jesse.
And plus, Aaron Buckles is awesome.
Yeah, he's a great guy. So.
Yes, and she got gloves. So
she got gloves.
She got her.
They were nice gloves.
Yeah,
and you know, in there, I'm sure it was cold there. You need some gloves.
Another couple everyone loves, Lee and Rosemary. This storyline actually really made me laugh because, remember, last Christmas, Rosemary was the one who was all bored.
Yes.
And Lee was going up to Elizabeth, being like, can you give her something to do, please? She's driving me crazy. Full circle. 1 year later, now Lee's the bored one.
My crush on Pascal Hutton just gets deeper and deeper. She's so beautiful, and this is an actress. They can throw anything at her. It seems like drama, comedy.
Yeah.
I mean everything. I mean her scenes with Elizabeth are different than her scenes with everything's just different, and I just love that she's so good. But yeah, their scenes together, I just love their marriage because it's at first you would think that she's too much. But Lee has his stuff too, and we get to see it this Christmas. They couldn't just relax, like he couldn't just sit. And we know people like that. We know
those people.
Yeah, he just can't sit and just like
boredom drives them crazy.
He's like at the book. He's like, okay, that's boring.
He goes to the end of the page. I was like, I put that in my notes. It was like, Lee, that is not how you read a book.
Exactly. I laughed so because we're readers. I laughed so hard that I was like, and so he's like, okay, done. Boring. It's funny to see these two pick up the slack for each other in certain ways. It's like she's a little crazy sometimes, he brings her down. He's a little crazy sometimes, she smooths it out.
They balance each other very well.
They do.
Very well.
They do.
And in testament to just Pascal Hutton and her acting, her emotional beats she can go from light and funny to serious, literally in the same scene.
Oh, I know.
Prime example was when she was talking to Elizabeth. And she was making all the jokes about Elizabeth's pillows, rough around the edges, X, Y, and Z. About this, like, does it? What's her line? Like, is it about the star? You know, it's so long as she's.
Oh yeah.
Like the one shining. It goes on. It's somewhere in my notes. I gotta find it.
But it's like she went serious.
And then it takes a turn when they're talking about the Christmas wishing tree, and sometimes, and then Rosemary's the one who's giving Elizabeth that calming advice and
walks her over there. Yes.
words of wisdom.
Yes.
Maybe like sometimes wishes come true. This was in the same scene.
I know.
Within 2 minutes.
I
So
agree with
like
you.
just the range from funny to serious is amazing for that kind of character.
I totally agree because again, I said this before on previous seasons. She has a tough character because she could have been completely unlikable because if they had written her a certain way. But they're choosing to show us her range. So we're seeing the different sides. You know how I look deeper and stuff. We're seeing different sides of Rosemary. That she's a performer. She's a natural performer. You like that Greatest Showman kind of plug?
Oh, I do. Okay.
Go on, Marissa, take it away.
I've literally talked to 5 people about this film. I love how you brought that up.
Did you
Thank
see
you.
it? How many times have you seen it, Marissa?
I've seen it 3 times.
Yes, I have. Yes.
I watched the trailer about 25 times. I studied the trailer for something, actually. Watched the film 3 times. Listen, and I kid you not, and I'm not exaggerating, because I am such an OCD person. I listened to the soundtrack about 50 times.
Wow.
Yes.
Everybody's on Marissa's movie. They're on Marissa's
love
movie.
The Greatest Showman.
I haven't
If
seen
you
it yet.
guys
I want to see
haven't
it. I haven't seen it yet.
What are you doing with your life?
I know, I
Go
wanna see it.
watch it. It was the best plug. And I was just trying to figure out, I was like, okay, P.T. Barnum was like in the 50s, 1850s back then. I was like, she would not be old enough to.
So me too, I was thinking the same
But
thing.
then they dropped the line of father and grandfather. I was like,
Yes,
there you go. There's
yes,
the historical accurate.
Hi,
accuracy.
Chelsea Brown. Welcome.
So, yes,
so
go
I
see
wanna
The Greatest
I do
Showman.
wanna
It's
see it.
fantastic.
I totally want to see
I'm
it.
obsessed. Like, unhealthily obsessed.
And what's your
with it.
song?
Never know.
Yeah, I knew it because I watched your
Never
stuff.
know. Well, you know me and women who can belt emotional ballads.
Yes,
I'm
that's
all
her. That is her.
For it.
She's all
Don't
in.
even get me started.
She's all in.
I'm
She's
gonna
all
talk
in.
about that film for
But
like
yes,
2 hours.
but
on
so
my
they did that. So my point kind of was that, but also my
Ooh.
point. I know she's like,
I'm so excited.
But my point is that she is a show person.
Yes.
She's a big
It
personality.
makes sense though.
But she can be, but she can also be deep. I
Yes.
think that's what they're showing. I said, I'm a big personality. Trust me, I understand the whole thing, but I can be deep too. So that's kind of how I look at it. That's why I can relate to her in some ways. And I'm like, she's a big personality, and she's talks a mile a minute, and she does all this stuff, but she does know how to slow down and get to the heart
The heart.
of things.
Yes, completely agreed.
Yes.
And we love her character, even though she
Yes.
can be crazy sometimes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the endearment. That's her character.
Yeah.
Anything else about Lee? Oh, Lee has to do Santa Claus.
Yes, that's kind of funny.
'Cause he was missing
Because none of the
out
guys want to
on-
do it. That's why none of the guys want to do it.
It's
It's
like,
like-
well, it's like, yeah, you missed the vote. If
Yes.
you don't show up, there you go.
Right, isn't it?
It's gonna
that was good. Yeah,
gonna
that was
kick
good.
you in the behind.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about Carson. Carson
Yeah.
having a good, strong storyline.
Yeah.
Getting involved in the actual community and helping others. That's so, like when we was talking about it, the way to like break into Hope Valley is you have to have a story that like affects someone else too.
Yes.
And this was definitely his story.
Yes, and I think okay, first of all, they listed on Faith was gone for a while. She's not off the show or anything, but the character is off helping another hospital or something, another town.
Yes.
They mentioned her briefly.
Yeah.
So I was like, where's Faith?
She wasn't there.
Yeah, I was like, where's
Darn
Faith?
it.
So she was off, so we knew where she was. So
Yeah.
he basically was, and it's funny because this storyline was actually very heartwarming to me because she's an older person who kind of lost her will to celebrate things. And I can understand. I mean, I had a lot of death. I understand that. You kind of lose the thoughts of like, why should I put a tree up? Why should I have decorations? Like, why should I cut? All of these think, why? And she got so jaded. And Carson's so nice. And it starts out this whole kind of doctor-patient. Mm-hmm. But I love that. I love he kept going out there. Just like he brought some things and just slammed her on him.
He was relentless.
He was relentless.
But it worked because
Yeah.
you can definitely tell there was pain there.
Yes.
Pain that she was not willing to share. And it was something very personal to her, but that we know every time he kept going back to her, we learned something more
Yes.
about the story until I loved her in Carson's conversation with her and the actual confrontation. Like, you're afraid that you need someone else, and you're afraid to admit that, and you're afraid to be happy again.
Yes.
And I believe that. That's a realistic thing
Oh,
that people
completely.
don't allow themselves to be happy
Completely.
after tragedy.
Yeah. Emily Johnson says, because I know everybody's thinking it, of course, definitely putting Carson in the Pastor Frank role. Aww. No Pastor Frank.
Darn it.
I know he's not on there, and I
can
know
see
during
that, yeah.
during the holiday season he was tweeting out. Mark Humphries was tweeting out to everybody he loved the
Yeah.
Hardys, but yeah.
Well,
so
they also explained why Pastor was
Yeah.
done. He was needed at a hospital in Cape Fullerton.
yep. So he did explain stuff. I'm happy about that. They actually
He's
tell
not
us
dead.
he's not dead.
There's a possibility he could come
Yes,
back.
That's very true. That's very true. The show's on it. When it shows in season 10, No kidding. He'll be back. But no, I thought that Carson is probably the resident nice guy. They're all nice, but like he's the resident nice guy. I think it seems like he's the nice guy doctor, nice guy, super gentleman. I think that's the role he's going to be.
But also the thing is, you have to remember Carson came from loss as well,
Yeah,
so
he did.
he knows what it's like to lose someone
That's
and
true.
not be happy.
That's
again.
true.
So I think it takes one to know one, and
That's a good one.
acknowledging that he was the best person out of that whole town. Well, I mean they've all experienced loss in some way because of the accident, but I think him and his recent storyline that was just wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
Last season.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
was the best
That's true.
person in that whole situation to be
That's
the
true.
one to talk to me.
Actually, that's true. I didn't think about that part, but that is true. I just think that I agree with Trisha Cowsty. The writers do a terrific job developing these characters. He's only been on 6 months, so to speak, for us, 6 months.
Yeah.
He's not even on that long, and we're already feeling for him. And they felt confident enough to put him in a storyline separate from the others, basically.
Definitely separate. I mean, they had to go to their own,
Right.
her own house that was away from everybody.
Yeah.
Closed off from the world.
I love that she cooked. He was like, "What are you doing? What's going on in here?" And she cooked a meal for him. They were still, and it was playful. And it was just a really nice. I like that, showing again multi-generational storylines do work. I love that. This is a family show. I love that they don't neglect. They go from the kids to the old folks. I love it.
But also, and I think the general formula for Hallmark Christmas movies also, there's usually that one Grinch that eventually
Yes,
it takes
that's
them
true.
the whole movie to warm up to the Christmas spirit.
She would know the movies.
I
She
would
know.
know. I watched 33 of them.
Oh my god.
So, going off of just that formula alone, you knew that Mr. McCormick was eventually going to warm up, and I loved how she came around at the end.
See, I
And
think
she
she'd
came
warm
back
up.
with the cookies and the kids.
But see, she predicts that. I mean, I'm like this naive kitten out there going, "Oh my god, I just follow whatever it tells me." I mean, occasionally I can predict stuff, but I was thinking she might come around, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I thought like a dinner first. I thought maybe a scene of her bringing cookies to the kid. I didn't think it was gonna be like. Oh, see, so you predict things. You're always good about that. I just follow along, going wow, and it was. I thought it was really sweet, and her and in a real life, Ava G. Cooper, who plays. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh my god. Ava Cooper. who
Oh,
plays-
Opal.
Opal, thank you. I can get the word out. Though their scene
That was
was
cute.
cute at the end. It was very cute at the end because they were doing caroling and she didn't want to be bothered. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of, I mean, it's like showing the kids, showing all the age range. I love it.
I did love the kids in this episode. We saw,
Oh, yeah.
Cody and Becky, and we'll definitely get to them too.
Yeah.
But the kids had a fun part too. As small as they were, they're still very ever present.
Well,
in
she's a
every
teacher.
episode.
She's a teacher,
She
and
is.
I'm glad we got to see a teacher scene. Where she's in the classroom and
making those floats.
making those floats. Those floats were actually really. I'm like,
Those floats were
okay, now first of all,
awesome.
I'm thinking, could they make floats like that back then? Like that? Like they look really good.
I guess, yeah.
I guess, right? I mean,
It's a small town with a big parade.
I know. I was like, they were I'm like, is this the Rose Parade? No, they were really nice. So everybody behind the scenes, that was some good stuff. They mentioned Javen. Well, I was going to mention, the whole Robert storyline. I guess we can talk that
yeah,
now. I guess.
we're gonna get.
I'll get to it later.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
You mentioned the
definitely get to
kids. I
that.
was like, wonder.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's go it.
Let's do
Do
it
it.
just again
Do
because
it.
we had to see his parents, and the mother is pregnant, and I was scared too for me. I mean,
Oh my
you
goodness.
probably I don't know if you predicted it, but I was scared first maybe she might lose the kid, and
Well-
and it'd be symbolism with the
Yeah.
crib.
I was like, okay. I had a few thoughts about this
Okay.
because there were signs too when Robert's wish and the wishing tree and
Yes.
everything with Robert's wish and wishing for a crib for his younger brother or sister. But then when Elizabeth went up to Carson, and you could see the look in Carson's face, and he said this, patient doctor confidentiality. So that Robert's parents went to Carson already concerning,
Yes.
voicing their concern for
Right.
this. Maybe they won't have a child.
And when he said, we think when he finally admitted. He's doing it so hopefully the baby will come. Great writing. The way they worded that for children. 'Cause I have grandchildren and children. It just was like the way they wrote that was very much where a kid can understand. It was like he was reading his quip, so hopefully maybe the baby doesn't know that we were ready for him or her. I thought what a interesting way of saying that. I thought it was really cool the way they said that.
And it wasn't like naive. It
No.
was that ignorance is bliss type of.
They all had an
hopefulness.
idea what was going
Yeah.
on because the baby couldn't feel the baby move. I thought,
Yeah.
God, I'm thinking back then, Because now we have all the technology now.
Well, yeah, we don't have Western medicine.
Oh
It's not
my
as great
God. I couldn't imagine
as it
back
is
then.
now back then. So if you and like the pregnancy rate and mortality rate for babies is so much higher than it is now.
I know.
So yeah, just the concern that it hasn't been moving for the past few days.
For the mother carrying a child, I don't know how. I mean,
But also, I had that secondary thought. I was like, this is Ben Calls the Heart. They're not going to have a depressive story for the Christmas special.
I guess
So
that's
I
true.
just I had
And
to
of course, you're
check
right.
myself out
The
of
baby
that.
moved, and it was a moving
Of course.
thing.
It was a very sweet thing. And it was a nice, strong storyline for Robert.
Yes.
I think.
And Javen did a great job. He did a good job.
Javen was fantastic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I kept thinking of this being that time period going. That must be just crazy for the woman, because you can't just go and have an X-ray done and like, okay, that's what's going on. It's like you have to kind of wait. I mean, women are the salt of the earth, and I give women all the credit in the world. I don't know how you guys go through what you guys go through. I couldn't do it.
I know.
I think women are just like women are amazing. I don't know. Even back then.
The world would be nothing without women.
We sure would. I wouldn't be here. I certainly wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone won't be here.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the whole story of the wishing tree.
Yes.
And I loved how like that was the focal point of the whole episode.
And Bill's like, what's this wishing
Started
tree?
everything up. That was like the catalyst to
Yes.
this whole episode.
Yes, I had one concern. I was just kind of curious. I mean, this is my own
Special.
thing.
Yes.
What if the wishes didn't? Because they say the wishing tree. I like the concept.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up and someone else picks the wishes to fulfill for other people.
Yeah.
What if they don't get picked? Like, what if somebody's wishes don't get picked?
Well, then they're not going to show them in an
I
hour
know.
and 20
I know. I felt like
episode.
oh my God, we don't get picked. But I'm assuming in Hope Valley, everybody their community, so everybody probably picks something for everybody.
Yeah, and well, we saw, not to jump ahead, but
Yeah.
also we saw that all of them were fulfilled in some way
Yeah.
because they had that short montage of, I loved when Florence gave the frog to
Yes.
Tim, and we had, we saw a few people's
Yeah,
wishes
yeah,
actually
sorry. Yeah.
got fulfilled, but there was one last ornament, and it wasn't even a wish; it was just the word hope.
Oh, that's right.
So
Which
you
I
know
loved.
that everything at the end of the episode, all the wishes were fulfilled in some
I
shape
know.
or form.
I just got nervous about
Hope
that,
was literally the last thing that was left over.
which made me happy.
Hope Valley.
Hope Valley.
you
I love
love
it.
it?
I love it. I do.
Oh, it was so good, and I think it was so smart because there has been other Hallmark movies that cover
Oh, really?
wishing trees.
Oh, you said I didn't know that. Oh, really?
Yeah, go watch them.
That's I love the concept. I know. I love the
Yeah,
concept. I
great.
think so. It's a great concept of learning how to others. Help
Mm-hmm.
out others. And the only one that was Bill's. Yeah, Bill's Hope.
Yeah, Bill's Hope. So that we know we have a lot of
Yes.
other things to talk about
Yes.
too. Well, let's get into Abigail and Henry.
Number one.
Thoughts about Henry?
Okay, number one, Abigail. I kept thinking, she's mayor. She's mayor. It
she's
took me a
mayor.
second to get back to that again.
Woman
And-
power.
Yeah, see, I mean that's great.
Love it.
So, okay. I said this last season, and people were like, "Oh my God, no!" But I do see, the redemption storyline, and I see it's going to be Henry and Abigail.
Yeah, well, we all know they're trying to build.
But folks are like, no, but no, he's doing great acting. He's a great actor.
We know that they're going to build a storyline that redeems Henry because
Yes.
he is so awful as
Yes.
a person that they
Yes.
have to write a good story to make him a nice person.
Yes.
Like we know that. We can all foresee
Yes.
that. Do
Yes.
we like it?
I do.
That's the question.
I do.
I still question Henry. He's a snake. He's a fox. He's sneaky. His intentions may be good. The way he does it is not.
But here's the thing. So maybe he just never had real love in his life before, and maybe now I'm turning it to you guys. I'm turning it to a Hallmark person now. It seems like, but maybe the love of a good woman, as they say, sometimes that
Team
happens.
Henrygale? That's a thing?
That's their name, Henry
People are
Gale?
hashtagging Team Henrygale?
Henry Gale. That's
What?
interesting. Nah, not going. No gal on Abigail. Dang if Martin doesn't look good though. Oh my God! So Emily Johnson says, "Dang if Martin doesn't look good though." The best line was from Gowan. No, see,
Or Team Abigail.
Abigail.
I'm not sure.
people
I'm
on
not
here are
sure
saying
about
they
any of this.
absolutely love Martin as Gowan this episode. We saw the good in him. He's still learning Marissa, still protecting himself, as Trisha Kelsey says to you.
Okay.
And Janette goes, "That is a thing, LOL." I know either. So wait,
I'm
what was it? What
baffled.
was Abigail? That's a weird.
There's Abigail in Team Henrygale.
They're both weird.
I don't like either of them.
I know, it's so
we gotta
weird.
think of a better name for them.
There's like someone called Martin the Silver Fox. Oh, that's so funny. No, Martin Coventry plays. I'll give you guys one who he is.
I like him. I actually met Martin.
Oh, yeah,
Cummings
that's how I
at
get to meet
Age of
him.
Arthur.
Yeah.
I was like, he's cool. So we know he can be a good. He has the ability to be a good guy.
He popped up on some
show.
show the other day that I was like, that's him. Some show on regular TV. I was like, oh my god.
Riverdale.
Oh, it's Riverdale. That's Riverdale. That's
He's on
Riverdale.
Riverdale now.
I was like, oh my god. No, see, I'm a sucker for a bad man who's going to change his life because of a good woman, possibly, and redemption. I'm all in. I'm like, let's do it. I mean, Bill and Abigail had their turn. They had their time. I just think, I mean, if they're going to have Pastor
like
Frank. Me too, but they don't have him. So if I choose, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Gowan. I know.
I mean, it's one thing. I mean, I get they're trying to build a good storyline for Gowan. That's
Gowan.
so not for him. For Gowan, I get that and I understand it, but I don't feel like this is a storyline where I feel like it's forced.
Okay.
It's not something that's earned. It's just they're writing a story just so we can like him.
Well, someone just said in here
Where there have been so many other shows where I watch of characters that over seasons and times and episodes, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're slowly progressing to they're actually becoming a good person. You can see their.
Well, see,
their
someone's
transition.
disagreeing with
this
you.
One feels forced.
They're saying Royal Masterpiece says he's liked her since season 1. He's always kind of liked her.
Yeah,
I guess he has kind of always kind of liked her.
But to switch in one season from bad to good, I'm having a hard time really liking this one.
Oh, well, she's got a messy
I don't want to be
path.
spoon-fed this one. I really don't.
She
But that's
says-
just me. A lot of people like it.
She goes, a messy path is appropriate for someone like Henry. A messy path to
Yeah.
redemption.
I'm more so worried about Gowan because I'm just looking out for Abigail.
Well, of course, we know
Abigail is such
Yes.
a
Oh,
good
yes.
person. She's too good for Gowan.
Well,
That's
that
the
part's
problem.
true. We know that part's
She's
true.
too good for you, or Gowan's not good enough for her.
Vanessa O'Hare says, I think we should leave Abigail single for a while. Well, she has been single for a while. Well, not really. I guess
Yeah,
you guys know if she had
just
Frank, but I
Frank.
guess, yeah. We just haven't seen him in a while. But I guess she's... Henry has a lot of layers to him, complex character. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So...
I mean, watch in a year I might love Gowan as
That's
well.
true. That's true.
I'm not saying I'm not open to it. I'm just saying right now it feels forced.
Well, he went and got Becky.
He did, but did you like the way he got Becky?
Everybody was after him.
Sneaky.
So, yeah, he
He
sneaks.
snuck out. He's basically on parole.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're on parole today, you'd go back to jail.
Yeah, that's true.
And they gave him coffee. I was like, that's how you punish someone who went against the law by
Well,
giving them
because
coffee.
Bill does like Abigail too, I guess. So he was like, "I'll do this for her," and he still was a little, rough at the end with her. But but there's like, she
got out
gets
too
it.
easy.
She gets it. I think Abigail gets it. She gets him.
Yeah. I do love the idea that Abigail is looking for good in him and believes that there's good in Gowan. So I can essentially believe that there's good in Gowan too. He just needs to change the way he go about things.
Maybe you will.
Getting Becky at the end, I was like, darn it. Shoot, that's great. He did something amazing for Abigail and that whole family. They have a great Christmas that they can spend together. But it's the way he did it.
I understand that. I get it.
He needs to just be honest, not to be sneaky, because you know why he's sneaky? It's because people don't trust him. He doesn't trust other people. People don't trust him. He's not giving us a reason to still trust him. I'm going off on God.
Hi, Nate.
Sorry.
First time live chatting. This is what
Hello.
she's doing. She's going off.
Yes.
But no, actually, I get what you're saying. No, I do. Everything you're saying, I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm like, it's
But
just,
you watch, I will probably love Gowan in the
Well,
year.
here's the thing. I think everything you just said and what happened, I'm curious to see how they're going to do his storyline this season. I wonder how they're going to do it because he's in trouble still. He's still in trouble.
Yes, he is.
So that's I guess it's going to be a trial. I mean, I don't know
But
what's
the
going to
thing
mean.
is, they're putting a leash on him,
They are.
which is good. He needs it.
Yeah, right. So I wonder how they're going to really play that out.
They need to keep him at arm's length, but give him enough freedom to do some things.
Yes.
But they need to have a watchful eye on him.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you on that one. I just wonder how. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to do the season with him. But it was
Yeah,
Marisa
thank you.
Grinch Gowan.
I'm just like, so I'm not for this right now.
Henry
I really
Gale.
am not.
That's what it's Henry Gale. Oh, that's so funny. So I mean, I don't know. I thought it was interesting that he was part of the story. I didn't know he was going to be big part of this show, this episode. I didn't think it was going to be that big. So it's good to have him back.
And Henry has a long way to
go.
go.
Yeah, that's right.
Agreed. Haha. All right. Anything else about? I mean, we got Cody and Becky now.
Yes, and it's good to see them again, and because they are a family. I know.
This is the whole Cody North Pole float.
Yes.
For Abigail, I was tearing.
Okay, you missed out on one big part of this that made me teary-eyed. Was
we'll get into it.
I'm saying the point is Peter had a list, a to-do list, and that was the last thing he needed to do.
And he didn't. And Peter didn't finish the
list.
Take Mom to the North Pole.
I lost it there. That's why I lost it.
And Cody finished it. I'm like, gosh darn it.
That's when I lost it. That's when I cried a little bit.
Should have grabbed my Kleenex.
I know.
My sleeve instead.
That's when I cried. I was like, oh, they tied it all back together versus from the picture and everything.
Yes.
Again, going back in time going back to Abigail.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not forgetting her past all the way. She had a son.
Yeah, she did.
It's like, and of course, over the seasons they've mentioned things and all that, but it's like good. Cody found a way, and
we got
the
like a clear
frame,
picture of Peter
very clear
this
picture.
time. I don't think. I'm just going back in my memory.
You guys tell
I don't
us,
think we've ever really seen a clear, vivid picture of Peter. Maybe once we saw a painting from Peter.
But you guys tell us. You guys are really good, but somebody's a little better than we are. If you remember, I don't think so.
So like putting a face to a name,
yeah,
and now putting Peter along in the same picture frame as Cody and Becky as family, and even the best to our mom.
I know.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop it.
I know. It was. We saw. Okay, so see, the Hearties are good. I Heart Knit says we saw Peter wedding photo.
Okay.
But Janette's MSU says, yeah, it was really to get more info about Peter because he hasn't been discussed much. Right, he hasn't been discussed that much. Oh, and Valerie says the wedding picture wasn't that clear. Clara gave the wedding photo to her, but it wasn't. That's right, she did go to. Yeah. Oh, that's right, she handed it to.
It was very obscured. I
Yes.
don't visually remember a clear, distinct picture of Peter such as this one.
Oh, I remember. I agree with you, Royal Masterpiece. The photo frame was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was really beautiful. But you're right. So I remember that. Yeah, Clara gave the picture. That's right. But yeah, we didn't get a clear picture of them. So we got a really clear picture of Peter. Now her 3 children, so to speak, are together.
Yeah, and then I loved during the parade when Cody was talking to Abigail. I was like, "Is Peter watching us?" I was like, "I'm sure he's very proud of his little brother."
And see, and I said I lost my brother. I said no, it was a mess.
Yeah,
so it's just completely. How can you not love children, whether yours or brought to you by life? I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
That's true. I mean, talk to my parents.
Yeah, especially.
If anyone followed my Insta stories.
It would have been nice. Lori Pearson says it would have been nice to have Cody talk with Clara about Peter too. Talk to Clara.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess okay.
Clara or.
She says
Becky.
Clara. Talk with Clara about Peter too.
Oh yeah, because Clara was married.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's right. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, makes sense. Love your parents, Marissa. Okay. yes, Jordan, Miss Blackstone. Another tissue moment. Oh, I think I had paper towels or something. I was just crying.
This was a storyline that I didn't really see coming. It didn't. Well, it was more so like I didn't know how it was going to turn out, and then it turned out way more emotional than I thought this episode would ever get. And I'm like,
yes. Yeah, it's funny.
I think it hit close to me because I'm adopted too. So
and it hit close to me just because I lost a brother. So I'm and I'm dealing with his birthday. He would have been 50 years old yesterday.
Aww.
And so we had a little celebration for him. So I was feeling that too. I'm the little brother, and I was with my mom, and so so I mean, anybody who's a child, you have my whole heart on that one. But yeah, so when they showed Peter's picture at first, when they were going through the stuff, I was like, oh, they're going that direction. I didn't even realize that was going to be a storyline, but it makes sense for this Christmas. It made sense. It all made sense to the whole wishy tree thing.
And before we talk about, obviously, the biggest couple, I mean, of course, we're going to get to them. But I did love Bill's interaction with the town and how he had to help organize that band.
Yes, it was hilarious. And Pascal kept doing these tweets saying, we weren't really playing, but we were horrible, weren't we? Like, we were allowed to laugh with
okay, Rosemary plays the flute. I was like, okay.
Okay. I was like, sure, why not? She does everything. Sure, why not?
I loved how she was, like, trying to volunteer herself for that music director position. reaction, and yeah, it didn't, and it went to Bill, and just Bill struggling the whole time.
And it's just
The
so
band
funny.
was hysterical about it.
Oh,
They
were
tried
hilarious. They're
so
hilarious.
hard.
And I think, in real life, of course, we got people who are musicians on the show like Jack Wagner and Paul Green. I mean, they all sing and play.
Jack.
Yeah, they all play.
And
So it's kind of funny that Elizabeth, they all sing and
Daniel
play. So it's kind of funny to have them have this little storyline. It's a little comical. And again. Great use of the cast. There was just like so much supporting cast and major cast and cast everybody. I mean, everybody had a storyline.
All those woodwind instruments. I used to play the flute.
I used to play clarinet.
Yeah.
I did. So
We could have played together.
we could have. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Rosemary. Okay.
Yeah, she was funny.
All right. Yes, loved it. All right, let's get to Elizabeth and Jack. Jack returns. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We all loved this moment, and Jack has been gone for 6 months.
Yes.
Months. Can you imagine?
At first, I
not
thought it was
being
a
with your
dream
loved one for
sequence.
6 months.
I thought it was a dream sequence at first when she was like standing there and he came. I was like,
And, like, she
"Don't let me."
closed her eyes
Yeah, I was like, "Don't be a
making
dream
that
sequence.
wish.
Don't be a dream sequence.
Yeah,
be for
no.
real." I like, thank God it's for real. That's afraid. I watch many soaps. I was like, it's gonna be a dream sequence. I know it, but no, it was for real. Yes, it was. I forgot how much I missed him on some level. It was good to see him on screen. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
like,
it was great.
there's Jack. It's like, yeah, Jack's the kind of the big male of the show. He's the calming presence of the show too. But like, he's the main lead male.
He
it's good to see him back.
And what I loved about, because we've seen so many promos to this special, and we knew Jack was back. That's not a secret whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it was just how they were going to reveal how he came back.
Yeah.
That was an amazing reveal. Him
Yes.
just like coming
Just right there.
right up next to her and be like,
Everybody's like they were
Yes.
squealing. Yes, they cried my head
I
off.
mean, yeah, I think every woman in the world squealed at this moment.
Yeah, so like I was like waiting for Jack. Just Tracy Burns. Hi, Tracy Burns. We got a lot of people watching too. Thank you for everybody who's watching.
Hi, Hearties. Shout them out. Shout
Okay,
them out.
Lori Pearson, Emily Johnson, Tracy Burns, World Masterpiece, I Heart Knit, Carrie Stevens, Janelle Saylor. I'm seeing some new names I've never seen before.
Yes, hi, Hearties. How
Jamie
you doing?
Ann 211. My girl Janelle, of course. Let's see, Vanessa O'Hare, Heartie's Family Reunion, which is Joyce. Valerie Slover. I'm seeing names I've never seen. Mare C. The Mare is Merec. Of course, Mr. Langley, who's on Twitter. There's a Pierce, Trisha Kalstein.
So many.
I'm just like Chelsea Brown, another name I'm not used to seeing all the time. This is great. You guys are joining us today. I'm glad. If it's your first time, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
We do this. This is what we do.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Laura C.
This is just a blimp into what our after show
Yes,
actually is.
Yes. This is just a little. And I want to tell you something. And Sharon Stark, she said hi. We both are in the middle. I'm still on hiatus basically. I'm not really back, but I'm here for this. I can't.
Yes.
So we set this up. I said I will come here. I said your last name right. Thank you, Valerie. I'm so glad. But I made sure I came back for this because you guys are my family. You're the Hearties. Of course I can. And she came back from cold weather.
I came back from very cold weather.
Yes.
Yes, just to do the show.
Oh, Amy
And run the summer.
7410, her first time live chatting. So excited.
Thank you so much for joining us, Hearties.
Freddie
Yes,
Bates.
We
Oh,
love
good.
everybody.
Yes, we do. We do. We love you guys.
Yes.
So Jack and Elizabeth. So he's back. He's better than ever. Now
He's looking great.
He looks good.
Like, I mean, yeah,
Well,
Daniel Lissing
in real life, he was
handsome.
like.
But I was also thinking the second time around watching this, I was like, if he's been gone fighting the war for 6 months, he could look a little bit more haggard just to make
Yes.
it like,
Yeah, right.
like.
No, he was all
But
pristine.
it's not
put
about
together.
the look
No.
also. But I just love the fact that he came back. He's healthy.
Yes.
He's still fighting the good fight.
Yes.
He's back with Elizabeth.
Yes.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah. And a lot of kissing. They were like
A lot
they
of
were.
kissing. And I also thought about that too. I was like, they're making up for 4 episodes.
They are exactly. They were making up for a lot of, but it was like we could tell like they missed each other.
Yeah.
And that's their form. They were holding hands. They were touching. This whole episode was a lot of togetherness that made sense when someone's gone. I can only imagine like if you're in a long-distance relationship or if your man is in the military or woman's in the military.
Yeah.
This is probably what it feels like. You just want to touch each other.
Yeah, you just want to be with each other.
Yeah, you just want to be with each
And they
other.
kept having those lines like, "I just want to spend some
Yes.
time with my fiance, with my loved one."
Because
they just
again-
wanted to be with each
Which
other.
that was a great thing too, because again, they're like the leads of this community, so to speak. Everybody looks to them to help, and they need help with the floats, and she's doing this. But it's like we want to be together too. Like we got our
Yeah,
time
like,
together,
Give us a little bit of our
right?
time.
It's like our time together. So I thought it was just like that seemed realistic to me. It was completely
was.
realistic to me.
And I did love that awareness. When Jack had to do other things, like, hey, you should be
Yes.
with with Elizabeth, and he was like, I just want to remember this moment and soak it all in, and be with the people that he loves. And I thought that was great, as someone who's returning from somewhere that was so dark and lonely, so he says, to some place that's so light and fulfilling, and amazingness that is Hope Valley community.
And I love that Elizabeth is true to a character who she doesn't want him to go. She knows she has to fight the good fight in the North. She knows what's going on. She doesn't like it. And I like that she doesn't magically okay, I like it. Okay, good. She's like, I don't like this. She's still struggling with it. And I thought that's realistic also. She supports her man completely, but she wishes he was home with her.
Yeah.
And they had their lives together. It totally makes sense. To me, Erin, her acting, amazing. Just that her conflict that she has to show in that character is really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, and I loved when they were together, you believe they really loved each other. It's genuine. The chemistry, it's real.
Well, Janette said that. She goes, they keep your eyes off the whole entire episode. I believe it. It's like
they couldn't keep their eyes off of each other.
The choices that either was in the writing or the acting or a producer or whatever, it totally worked.
Yes, it did.
It showed us.
And I loved how it was Becky and not Becky.
Not Becky.
It was Abigail
Yes.
and Bill who helped orchestrate this.
Yes.
I was like, such good friends they are.
Bill's a good
Bill
friend.
pulling strings.
Yes, I love that. Because Bill, I like the male friendships on here. I mean, Bill, Lee, and Jack, they're friends. They are friends. And when they band together, they band together. When it's things going on, I just love that he was behind it. He was like, okay, I'll make a few phone calls.
Because even Jack and Lee spent time together building the crib.
Yes, they did.
Other things, even they kind of had their bromance moment.
Yes, they did.
Too.
Everybody had a moment.
Dispersed
Everybody had a
throughout.
moment.
I did love some reason in my notes I put Christmas tree on the chalkboard.
Oh yes.
I was like, Jack is back. He drew a Christmas tree on the board. I don't know. I think that was just my artistic eye pointing out something. I liked it. It was great. Small box of the wedding rings. Your thoughts of the wedding rings?
They're cute.
And the pillows.
The pillows are
But
cute.
The
pillow made me laugh. I don't
meaning
think it was
of
loud. I was
them.
laughing about the pillows.
The meaning of them. The love is patient, love is kind.
We know that one, and I love that they had the same inscription, and it just shows they're meant to be. I mean, it's totally sappy, but I loved it. I loved it. I totally fell for all hook, line, and sinker. I did.
And I felt that was kind of an ode to their real story
Yes.
in life with their keychains.
Yes.
So I think that was just art
Yes.
imitating life.
Love is patient, love is
it.
kind. Yes, I wrote down too. Same inscription. I loved it. I mean, so he was supposed to leave Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And so again, back to the whole wishing tree thing and the whole wishes was like. So it was just interesting. You know me, I dig deeper into these things. So.
Adjusting in his chair, you guys.
I adjust my chair.
Yeah.
Well, you listeners can't see. I'm adjusting my chair to get ready. Choosing what to wish for and what is a true wish was the thing that was the problem for him and for Jack and Elizabeth. They're trying to feel like, is it a true wish to put? I mean, is it? Should I be doing this? Like, should I not be doing that? I thought it was a great conflict.
Right. I loved how they struggled with that internal conflict. Is it too selfish to ask for this?
Yes.
Because wishes, in a way, they could be selfish if you're wishing it for yourself. In
Right.
that way, there is a fine line between this is just something I want compared to something that I need.
Yes.
And I did like how they struggle with that because there's so many other people that need bigger things than just wanting to be with each other.
Yes.
Like compared to health or
Right.
just the loss of people.
Right.
I didn't think it was selfish at all.
So I didn't think either, but I understand kind of.
I get their struggle.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's people who really had things they really wanted, and it wasn't a physical thing. It wasn't like I need a house or I need a car. Again, it was just like
Right.
we want to be together, but he does have this obligation and duty. That's his job. So can he ask of that, or can she ask of that? They love each other. They just want to be together a little longer. Is it right for them to put it on? Does it match up with other wishes? I love that. I just love that whole conflict.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think, and fortunately, I don't really have this experience, but I'm just wondering, what do the military's family go through during the holidays?
Well, I'm sure.
Do they consider it selfish when they want their loved ones back home for Christmas?
Probably not.
Or whatever holiday that
Probably
they're
not.
celebrating? I don't think so.
I know. All I know. I don't have mine.
I don't want
daughters.
to speak for them.
Me
but
neither. Same here. I mean, I had daughters went to college. You want them home, and you know that because you're a daughter, so you know
Yes.
we want you to come home and want to see you. But for military, I'm sure again they're serving our country and they're doing probably what they love, what they're doing, and then you also want them home safe with you to celebrate those couple days together. I mean, it's an interesting dilemma, and I think it was just beautifully done by these two actors, Daniel Lissing and Erin Krakow. They sat down, they conveyed it. They conveyed it completely, and I was like, oh, and they both were convinced. One by Jack by Bill and her by Rosemary, which was funny that Rosemary and Bill convinced them.
Yeah.
To kind of it's like okay, and it made sense. I mean, it was interesting, but it made sense. It made sense.
And I did love how they turned to their friends for that.
Yes, again, community.
When you had that outside party, also reminding you that no, it's not selfish.
No,
it's totally healthy.
Yeah.
Also, they were the grand marshals.
Yes.
Thanks to Abigail.
Right.
What were your thoughts of them on the float in front of the church? That scale-sized church. Such a foreshadowing to what we'll hopefully see in the future.
I think so. I thought about you guys. All you guys out there. Yeah, completely. I think it's going to be. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's going to yes.
It's going to be yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're so excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna that. Okay, that we have to get dressed up when that episode happens.
Oh my goodness!
If we because we'll know in advance because we'll watch it. We have to get dressed up. We're gonna have shame. We'll have a big party.
We'll have our big Heartie party.
Yeah, a Heartie party for that one. Yes, we will. I think it's gonna be the highest rating. It's gonna be the highest ratings ever, probably.
Oh, for sure.
Like easily, right?
For sure.
Easily.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know where we were going
anyway,
with that,
but
we're just so excited for them to finally get married.
I think the bottom line that you and I kind of saying what you and I think you guys are saying you agree also is that it was good to see them together again.
Heartie's wedding party, yes.
Yeah, that they're together. Mm-hmm. The love is still there. The characters' chemistry is still there, and that it was really nice to see it. It was just nice to see it. Because I know we had 4 episodes where there was no Jack, and it was painful. And I think that was the reason why this was so special. Just like in real life, you miss somebody, when they come back, it's extra special. And so this episode was extra special because it had Christmas behind it, and he's back from being gone.
I get that. Yeah.
I guess
I just returned home after 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gone for 6 months. So I get that feeling of just seeing your loved ones after 6 months. It's a long time.
Because weren't you excited when he got off the plane and was like, oh my God, there's my mom, my dad? What did you think?
It's a long time.
Yeah. And being in your own home, being back in your old home, and all that stuff. I mean, wasn't it exciting?
It was amazing.
So I felt like that's what the writers were trying to accomplish last season by us missing him so much. Mm-hmm. It was like, when you finally see him, it's going to be epic.
It's like, and you'll felt it. And just in real time, that was April.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Was April of last year. That was more than 6 months in real time. My goodness.
Hearties may break Twitter when they finally get married. I know, I agree.
8 months.
I agree.
No, we will definitely. So many people will be in Twitter jail, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a good way. But it was nice seeing them in her home. It was nice seeing them. We didn't see any dog, any Rip.
No, we didn't. Oh, they explained that at HFR 3 that it's just not going to be acknowledged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Because I know in real life.
For just in respect to the actor. And
that's fine. I'm okay.
And we didn't need him.
We didn't.
Not in a bad way. It's just like how could he have fit into the story? Into this
dogs
episode?
Always fit everywhere.
I know, I love dogs.
I know you do because you always have.
I do.
But
it's also just like.
I'm just curious.
I didn't even realize that we didn't have Rip until you just mentioned
Really?
it.
I realized because I was missing my dog Scrabble, so I think I was missing the dogs. So I was like, I was hyper aware of that.
I do love how Elizabeth is brunette.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, it's a little darker. I was like, okay.
Her wig is brown.
You're darker too right now. You're dark too right now.
Yeah. But and Elizabeth, I was like, her hair is always gray.
Yeah.
But it's a wig.
Yes.
But
yes.
It was lighter brown for the most part. Mm-hmm. And this one's brunette. I'm all for it.
She's pretty. She's beautiful, so that doesn't matter. She can wear anything.
We know that.
She's beautiful.
It's funny, side tangent. I made my parents watch this with me, and the first thing my dad said was like, "Oh, they're also pretty."
Oh, there you go. See, exactly. They're all.
And I'm like, yeah, I know.
I mean, they're all good looking, so it's crazy.
I just noticed she has darker brunette hair.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I understand that's that new season now. Is that what's going to happen? She's going to have darker hair. I mean, who knows? Maybe
it'll pop out more with her white dress.
Yes. Oh my God, there you go. Because now we're doing, unless I don't know what the first episode's going to be in February. Is it going to be spring or are we still in winter?
I imagine it still goes in real time.
So it'll be winter.
It usually goes in real time.
Okay. So dark hair is good. Winter time. That's good. I think light hair during the summer is good, but dark hair during the winter is good.
Yeah.
Good contrast.
Anything else? I have a couple more things.
You go ahead.
Anything else? I loved how we got a totally random. My Asian man is back without a broken arm.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll talk about that. He's back with a broken arm, and there was a black woman. I saw the black guy who was always there. I saw a black woman. I was like, oh my God, there's two black people in Hope Valley. I could go on the show and be their like brother or something.
You could be the cousin or something that comes in.
And you could be a cousin too. We'll come be cousins.
It'd be a while before I go. Just a few more seconds.
But I did see your Asian cousin on there, and it's the arm is fine, so it must be doing okay. So I guess it's been like a few months. So I guess it healed.
Yeah.
But I saw them all when the parade was going by. I was like, oh my God, it's a black woman. I'm like, I love it. There we go.
And of course, we can't forget the eggnog.
And the eggnog.
The eggnog was hysterical.
I know that was funny. I have any eggnog this season. I haven't done very much dairy, so I haven't done it.
I don't do eggnog because it's dairy.
It's good though. It's so good.
That eggnog that was probably the first funny thing.
Yes.
Of the episodes.
Here's some eggnog. Here's some eggnog. Like and everyone's like, okay. And then Elizabeth came in and so that was kind of fun.
Yes, rain check.
I love that they have. This show really does have it all. I mean, it has comedy, it has drama, it has suspense, it has action, it has a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. You wanted this episode. I mean, this episode was very well rounded. I keep saying that over and over, but I just feel like this was some episodes are super story heavy, where you have like we've been here where they had like 20 stories going on at once, and some have been very singular, where they have maybe one or two, and that's it. This one just had a really nice, well-rounded. Just everybody had a story, and things were just going on. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too.
And everything was wrapped up.
Everything was wrapped up.
And I think they do a great job with the Christmas, specials. Is that they're all very self-contained.
Yes.
And I mean, that's a shout out to Cynthia Cohen and Paul Jackson, who I also met at HFR3.
There you go.
They are down the street from us.
They better have a 4.
So
they better have a 4. I'm this one. I don't care who's leaving me. I'm trying to go to 4. Jeez, oh my God, I missed 3 so much.
There you go. So, anything else before we wrap it up?
This is crazy talk.
We should do. You know what? We should do predictions.
Oh my God, are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Because you're always good. Here we go.
And now, your
AfterBuzz TV predictions. I love it. My big prediction is.
Do you think they're going to get married this season?
Oh, good question. I'm saying no. I think it's gonna be season 6.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing it's gonna be.
I have a feeling this season's gonna be about him coming back and forth from the war.
Definitely. I think, and this is a few far prediction.
Yes.
So when it comes true in April and May, you can timestamp this show, and this is when I said it.
Yes.
I think Jack is gonna leave again for the last 4 episodes.
Oh, the last 4.
Yeah. Or like he's gonna. Because the whole coming back and forth, I think it's going to be the same thing. He's going to come back for a few episodes. He's going to leave again for an extended period of time.
No, actually, I'll agree with you on that. I agree with you. I'm not sure about the last 4, but I agree with you that he's not going to be on the whole season because of the war thing. He's not going to be there on for the whole season.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jack is also gone for the last few episodes of this season again.
Nice. Okay.
Just to make that when he actually returns for his wedding, it's going to be impactful. We're going to really want it.
Yes.
Because he's going to be gone for in real time so long. When he comes back and then they finally get married, it's going to be so satisfactory, and we're going to love it.
Oh, we forgot to mention this thing. I was going to mention this too. I wrote Vanessa O'Hara wrote in my notes. I forgot to mention it. They're calling Hickam Mike.
Yeah, that was the first name. Mike has a name.
I like it was Hickam better. Don't say Mick. Don't say Hickam. They Mike. So Mike. So they say Mike. So it says that a foreshadowing.
I'll call him Hickam.
Emily Johnson says, I don't think Jack will be in that many episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My prediction. I was gonna say this is my prediction, but I'm gonna follow with Royal Masterpiece. My prediction is that by the end of this season, Rosemary will be pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Because Jack and Elizabeth are already engaged. I was thinking they wouldn't make her pregnant until Jack and Elizabeth had a major milestone. So they have it. They're engaged. They're in love.
Right.
I think they'll have them have a baby. I think it'll be next.
Yeah, I think they're slowly getting to the part because we saw in last I think it was season 3 or season 4. I'm starting to forget. There was an episode where, Rosemary was all like, babies are sticky. It was season 3.
Yes. Babies are sticky. I don't love that.
Babies are sticky. Like, we know that Rosemary was just not in that place in her life to have children. I think she's definitely maturing. Lee is calming her down as a person, as a woman. And I think she's more open to the ideas and possibilities of having children and starting a family. So I can understand if she does get pregnant at the end of the season. I'd be happy for that. Do we want to see Jack and Elizabeth? Or it was more so like, do we want to see Lee and Rosemary get pregnant before Jack and Elizabeth?
No, I'd love to have Jack and Elizabeth get married and they get pregnant. Right. And then Lee and Rosemary, they get pregnant too, and they get, okay, our babies can grow up together, kind of thing.
Or what if they're pregnant together?
They're pregnant together. That'd be funny.
Fantastic. Because they're giving, I feel like they're giving Lee and Rosemary all the marriage storylines.
Kind of, they are.
And we're not going to see it with Jack and Elizabeth because we already saw it with another couple.
Right. I understand
so
that.
I think we should save stuff like that, something as big as pregnancy, something as big
but
as
I'm still predicting it though. I have a feeling that they're going. I feel they're going to right. I feel like they. I mean, I don't know the writers what they're going to do, but like they want to progress their relationship, and then that's another season. Now they're fully married. They're fully in. But what's next? Usually a baby. Mm-hmm. That's just. I mean, I've seen enough of these shows. That's just usually what it is. But with Jack being at the war, I just think I would almost say if it wasn't at war, they'll get married this season, have a baby next. But I think it's going to be delayed a season.
Oh, okay.
I know that's my prediction. It could be wrong. It's just predictions.
All right. Yes, these are just our predictions.
Oh no. What about Abigail? Okay, so Abigail, what do we think about her? What's her? I mean,
her and Henry are bound to be together.
But it's going to take a while.
They're writing a story for them to be together.
But it's going to take a while. It's going to take. This season's going to be I don't see them kissing or anything.
No, but they're definitely going to warm up to each other.
I agree.
In some ways, to the point they have a general mutual respect for each other, to the point where they'll open up their personal lives and actually start to get to know each other like someone who's going to be betrothed to someone. Oh gosh, I can't even think about it right now.
I don't think about it yet.
Okay.
And I think well, obviously it's not really a prediction, but I just have a feeling Jesse and Clara get a bigger storyline. I think it's going to be another kind of a bigger storyline.
Yes, I did interview them.
Okay,
at
you did.
Part 3, and they said that their relationship, Team Classy, is going to go through the natural ebbs and flows of a relationship. So they're going to go through that.
They're the young couple, so I think we see more of them.
That.
Me too.
I love that. We need the different generations of couples.
Yes.
And
I think that Carson and Faith are going to date.
Who?
Carson and Faith.
Oh, doctor and nurse. Okay.
I don't think they're going to put. They're not going to put Carson with Abigail.
They would be good together.
They would be, but they're not going to do it.
I agree.
You won't put them with Dottie. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be Faith. I think.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We have a great season 5 ahead of us.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
In the meantime, James, where can people follow you?
You can follow me, of course, at James Lott Jr. I want to thank everybody who bought my book, Becoming a Heartie. It's my biggest selling book of all 8 of my books ever. You guys showed up. And I'm actually writing my next book. It's inspired by you guys. So if you follow me, stay tuned. I'm writing it right now. And it's a big production. And you guys are the inspiration. So thank you. And if you haven't bought the book, it's on Amazon.com at James Lott Jr.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. You can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. I interviewed basically almost, if not everybody at HFR3.
You did a lot of interviews.
I talked to 15 people.
You did a lot of interviews.
So go check those out on AfterBuzz TV channel. All the fun HFR3 footage is there. And thanks for tuning in for my Happy Hallmarky show.
Yes.
That covers all Hallmark news and movies. We just covered all the Christmas movies and more Christmas movies to come. We covered the movies and Hallmark news. So always tune in to Happy Hallmarkies as well.
Yes, do. Please do.
If you love Hearties and Run Calls the Heart and Hallmark, you'll probably
And sometimes I show up sometimes. You never know on that show.
On Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Mondays.
We will be back February
19th. We'll be
here. The premiere
here.
is February 18th.
I'm so giddy. I can't.
We're going to be back February 19th.
These to hurry and get here already.
We got to get out of here.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And we will see you next time. Bye, Hearties.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later,
Hearties.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.